What is good, ladies and gents? Another day of backtesting until I'm profitable. This is day 175. Let's see what we can learn from the markets today. So yesterday after the backtesting session, I continued the session, did some few trades, which is terribly okay. But now I like to continue with this session. Start of New York AM. I got the daily. Okie so I feel like this thing is bearish because of these lows. Like we're still far from this daily highs though. I think this could be a breakaway, but you gotta be open to anything happening. But I'd like to see these lows get taken out. Let's check the 4 hour. 4 hour is also really choppy, but we're in the 4 hour gap, so I'd like to see displacement to the downside. And let's see, so the 1 hour, we've got gap, small one there, this high here, liquidity. So we've got an SMT here, which will probably push us for that open manipulation. Let's wait and see. Okay, open goes as expected and runs this high, pretty close to this one. The high here gets run. I check the 4 hour, it looks like we're heading to the 4 hour. This is the 4 hour or the daily gap. This thing here, so this one here was run. So wait, it looks like we could probably trade a continuation. Okay, so first, what do we see here? Well, this is a 5-minute gap. Let's see, we've got a sweep and an SMT. From here to here, that's 37 times 2. That's 54, so if we risk 500, 54, that's 9. Why am I doing it like this? Well, since it's starting to look bullish, I'd like to see it hit this daily gap. Then if that's the manipulation move, then start to look for some moves lower, considering that this 15-minute canvas just started, so I'd like to see it expand higher. This will be like the target, and I break even once we move like half at least. So let's see if that happens. It's delaying. Boom. So good take profit right there. Now when I check the 1 hour, like I've just got the lowest hanging fruit, and now there's already an SMT. Let's see if it rejects that. How's the 5? How's the 15? Right now, if we remove this, there is this. Now on the daily, we've hit a daily gap, right? And on the 1 hour, we've already put in the wick, Remove this. Sweep. So this is it. Sorry. Sweep. This is SMT here. And the thing is, it could be retracing to a low, something like that there. So that's why I would like to be cautious with these moves. But the moment I see this inversion here, I'd like to take sells probably to this 15-minute low. So how big is this from here to here? That's 50. 50 times 200, so that's 5. This will be the final target. But this is also a fair value gap, so I could close early. Now I check the 5-minute. How's the 1 minute? If we have an SMT at this low, do we? No, we don't. Okay, stop out. Oh. Okay, now we got a bullish SMT. Okay, SMT right there. SMT is well, look at this. So should I close it? Considering we have this shop, it could run higher because we have very beautiful liquidities resting about there. Should the 5-minute? Okay, 15-minute has formed a fair value gap, which I don't want to violate, so close this here. Probably gonna like continue lower, but not willing to take that risk. Considering that we have this fair value gap there, like that was what this fair value gap was not created. Alright, looks like we ended up running bullish, which is good. Oh. Okay, so this is a daily target, and looks bullish. Right, beautiful 1 hour gap. Lowest hanging fruit here. There is no suicide run, so that's why I'll be cautious with what the market will do. But if it could form one right at the open, we'll be really open to take some trades. 1 hour fair value gap retracement. So now we've got craziest and crazy upside, but I still think we're bullish. So I'd like to see, continuation move form, but then right after me saying that it inverses. It's ooh, look at these SMTs here. It's crazy. This first inversion here. So the 5-minute you can't enter. I mean, sorry, the 1 minute like here, like the 1 minute closes here, it doesn't mean that it's gonna hit for these lows. And check the 1 hour. Well, this low is a suspect. But then the 4 hour also has a gap here. here, 70 handles to this low here. We have an SMT, so I'd rather wait. Right. So you can see that the SMT here, after it gets put in, start to burst a gap here, bullish one, but we'll have a small liquidity run, which is totally fine right here at night time. So this candle behind here, sorry, this inversion here, I'll check the 1 minute. You can see that we've inversed this 5-minute gap. This higher is no longer necessary. So inversion right here, this candle, because these small gaps, I don't really consider them. So let's say I take a trade from here to here, from here to here. It'll be like 1 to 1 though. $61 times 2, that's 120. Okay, it's already moved halfway. And lowest hanging fruit gets hit right there. I'm gonna check the 1 hour. Well, I think we got the low hanging fruit, so let's just go. Alright, now we're extremely bullish. So it's probably like continuation trades. So we got an SMT right there. Those are the standard deviation levels. Now I'd like to wait for the open, and boom, open runs real high. And first standard deviation gets hit. Honestly, I could have put in an entry like at this inversion here, like for example something like 31 handles for this. Alright, I'm gonna check the 15. Nothing yet. That was a 5 minute. 5 minutes is retracement into a gap. Check the 1 minute. We have some kind of small SMT in a 5-minute gap and a small gap right there. This is no longer our target. 2-minute could get inversed, and here I would like to take buys, but then how's the 15-minute candle? Just 4 more minutes remaining. I like to wait. This low here has been run. Right now there is the good run. So from here, this is 32. Retracement, a small gap right there. This low here was run following some kind of SMT. So I'd like to take a 1-to-1 to here, but I honestly could have traded earlier, like right there. So like probably a 1-to-1. This is where I'd move to break even. Whoa, comes real close to stop loss. Okay, take profit gets hit right there in the wait. Okay, good. So the deviation level gets hit, then price starts dropping. So you can see that right here inside here there was some entries. Considering the 1 hour didn't need anything of a retracement, honestly. Okay, let's start the daily. Bullish, I think. 4 hour. We're in a fair value gap. 1 hour. Seeing this fact that we're in this gap is discouraging. So it will just drop into these gaps here. There's a 1 hour gap here as well. So now this is something here. If we're to head lower, then we will run this high, but I'd like to see low get run, then continuation to the upside. So now we sit and wait. Alright, the high gets run. The 15-minute, you can see we're running this high with an SMT, so I'm looking for those lows. After this inversion at 9:30, I would really like to sell it to the 1 hour low with something like this. I stop above this high, this here, because gap. This will be like 1.07. The 2 hour will be okay. That's 500 over 62, giving us 8 again. So I'd like to sell this. Check the 1 hour. You can see that it's rejecting. Let's wait and see. Oh, very good drop. Check the 15-minute. still think we're bearish, so because the market is let's check the 4 hour, sorry, 1 hour. Come on, what have I done? Sweep. Oh, let's like to see a run or prop lower. Consolidation till 11. I don't know why NK is consolidating. Will probably move in the afternoon. Okay, turns out the day was really slow. Anyways, can't determine anything yet right here. But like to mark the previous day low. Check the 4 hour. There's no gap here. This low here would be sell side. How's the 1 hour? Well, the 1 hour was looking pretty fine. We opened on Sunday, leaving behind a beautiful fair value gap. So if we're bullish, then we could run some sell side, then continue to this high here. Relatively close here. Good run on the low right there. There is no inversion except if it is on the 32nd. Okay, seeing the 1 hour, you can see this low here as well was run while ES is still sitting. So let's see, does it flip bullish or not? Check the 5 minute, 1 hour. Well, it has also, turns out it's also heading for the lows. Looks like it's still driving lower. Here's the 4 hour. It could be dropping for this as well, but the 1 hour is about to close. So if it closes below and versus that gap, then could probably look for a continuation to this thing here. Wait, the 15 minute. Let's see, we're still dropping. This low, this higher was run, and some kind of SMT. Well, small 5 minute gap. It's not a 15 minute though, because there is no 15 minute here, except if market decides to come to this one here. But when I look at this inversion here, the fact that we have this gap here is scary. From here to here, this will be 26. That is still giving us 500 over really like to set it to this low though. Alright, let's see if we can reach the 4 hour. Hey yo. Sweet. So this now run on this high here. Should be 15. Well, I know that this one here, the SMT has been put in. Now we can see this right here. And what was the 5? Why would I like to why do I think I got to sell it there? 11. Sell it where to though? Need to see it drop to here, these lows here. Let's see, does it invert this 5 minute though? Shit. So you can see we formed an inversion here. So at this inversion, this is where the position should be closed. Right there. Turns out bearish day, but we didn't get any entry. Now, yesterday ended up dropping into a daily gap, which I think it could make the market reject and continue higher, but if it doesn't, then I'll be looking for this low. But looking at the 4 hour, how good this thing is looking like. Trace me back into this. Now check the 1 hour. There's a beautiful gap here. There's an SMT here, and I think these highs are really prone to for the market open to take them out. is some kind of SMT. We formed an SMT at this thing here. So 1 hour fair value gap. Go back to 1 minute and you see this beautiful inversion. And from here to here, that's 27 times 2, 54. 100 over 54 is 9. Liquidity run SMT 1 hour fair value gap. Low, 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 low. Now what we're gonna take it here. I'd like to see this low get taken out, but considering that we have an SMT at the lows, I'd like to get these relatively equal lows, or at least this one here at 1 point something. Then here would be probably the break-even level. What? Why is the position closed? Okay. 442. What in the world is this? Why is it like automatically closing my position? Another run on the high. Why not? You can see another potential move. Inversion on the 2 minute as well. But 3 hour. SMT right there. Boom. Lowest hanging fruit. 8. So you're kind of some short BPA. Wait a minute. Okay. Still possible that we could go higher. This is daily high as well. Now we're in the gap, so still it's possible that we could draw higher. But now when we look inside, you can see some fair value gap holding here. So we'll see how this kind of closes in these 30 minutes. SMT run there. I really think that market could probably reject and head lower, but Asia lows ran and London during the Asia lows and highs were ran during London, so it's probably really be choppy. Data lows, by the way. Alright, SMT rate at the open. Data lows ran right here and right here, so we've already got an SMT. Keep in mind we're in the 15-minute fair value gap. Minute inversion. This thing's not being respected, so probably heading for this right there. Let me check the 1 hour. Yikes. This low here was wrong. We were pretty close to that one. Now, we check the 4 hour. We're still in this gap. And put the 1 minute. Now, it's really convincing bullishness here. These highs here look really clean, relatively equal highs on ES, so they were clean. Okay. Ho 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 ho. It's failing to reverse this, which is really scaring me. And look at the 5. I really expected this, considering how like the morning went. I'd really like to close this, honestly, man. But then the fact that we've reversed the 15-minute is like a testament that we could probably go higher, probably. There's empty there. It comes back to break even. I'm exiting at break even. Got stopped out. Yeah, market doesn't even reach the target, does it? Still consolidates. These days have been really, really shit. These have been really shit for real. Man, look at these wicks. Look at these wicks. Right, still got some lows there. So we've got the 4-hour high here. And some SMT, so it could probably head lower. In this gap here, I'd like to see continuation to these relatively equal lows because I mean the daily is not resisting the gap as it should. Low hanging fruits. This high run there. Version. Look at this good drop. There's an SMT there. So this was a good move to the downside, honestly. So retracement back here, run the high. Retracement into this gap inversion. So you trigger the gap from the 5-minute right there. I'd like to see it continue to this low here. And this BPR. You can sell it from here, 27, to make maybe handle this 23. Let me see, where is Asia? Asia lows, highs, both were ran during London. Come on, is this another consolidation day? I'm just gonna close this. I mean, probably head lower, but it's not looking that good. Oh my lord, look at this. How beautiful is this draw? What? Whoa, insane drop. I wouldn't like to call this low. I'd like to see it continue to the downside. Probably this low. Oh, it's cool to also reject there, but whatever happens, we will be open to anything. Other targets set as well. Female push to the upside, inversion right there. No SMT or any kind. Okay, there is SMT actually. Let's see how the open does. End up running this high here. Not a 15 gap, but 5-minute retracement right there. Internally, we run this high here. But then I'd like to sell it to the next. What next is it? I'd like to sell it here, targeting the third standard deviation level. I mean, it could possibly head to the next as well. Okay, inversion here. Okay. Probably heading for the next day low. Sorry, the previous day low. Whoa, you really close to the next day though. Yeah, could possibly head lower. Like, unless it shows me reason to go high. We're in this gap here. I'd like to see it head lower. That's the drop right at the open. went into a gap there. Something like this. Looks like we're in this gap right there. See this here. So this is where we should have taken the entry, considering that we have a beautiful SMT here and the 1 hour fair value gap inversion right there. So this here will be taken out for the next move, potential move to happen. Considering that this could probably be the entry, can trace this back to here. This is where a buy should be 5, would buy 5 of them. This entry could have been better as well if we took entry here, break even here. Why? Because this SMT is strong. I mean, if it's a 1 hour gap, obviously it is strong. And this would have been a good target. So let's see on the 1 minute if we had been wise enough to spot this thing here, and then we enter on the 1 minute, break even here, and then target there, 4 hour, crazy. Into a gap. Some kind of something there. Like to see the daily get taken out. Good fair value gap here. would have loved to see this higher run, but then the moment I see this fair gap here, I'm not really confident about that. But this gap here is good. Break even here. Let's see if it will also get stopped out as well as possible. There is this SMT. Whoa. Come on. Hold this for myself. Hold this. Fair value gap. But I think it could also be bullish. If we're bullish, then we can head to a 4-hour gap. Something like that. So, what's my bias, or what do I want to see? I'd like to see run. Wherever I see a run first, if I see a run there, then it should continue to the downside. If I see it drop 4-hour low, get taken out, then I trade. Move to the upside. Right, so now just sit and wait. Right, beautiful drop into the 4-hour. Run this low and this low here. So we could probably form a continuation to the downside. I'll reject the daily, which will be formed if we're tracing to a gap. 15 minute just to burst. Run on the low here. Run on the high. Wasn't in London, which is okay. And now we're at all-time highs. Sorry, not all-time highs. Got the daily. I'd like to see version there. So it's probably continuation trading. This gap here. But then looking at the fact that we're in this gap, man. We don't have any SMT, no strong sweep. Nah, I'm not gonna trade this. Looks so promising, but no. I mean, the thing is, if anything could literally happen, I have too many favorite gaps right there. So now it's continuing lower by the looks. Push higher, drops. Tracement to a 5-minute gap. this, this, and this. And now we're still in the gap, so gotta be cautious about being bullish in these days. Come on, check the daily again. We are also in this gap. Burn this here. Oh, check the 15. This high here has already been landed on this one. Okay, 5-minute gap gets submitted with this inversion. Sorry, with that sweep. Check the daily. Remember, we're in a gap. Look at this inversion. I mean, it's empty there. Now, like, remove this. Now, the 1 minute doesn't have much of what should I call it, inversions, except for probably this. Then this will mean that I will take a 1-to-1 to these relatively equal lows. Something like here, here, and slows here. Yikes, too big of a stop though. I should go 15. Too big of a stop. Let's see. Will it retrace? Alright. Retracement. Retracement. This thing here doesn't get respected. You can see good drop here. Right now we've run this low, leaving behind a good move. I'd like to take buys off of this inversion, considering we have an SMT, a sweep, 15-minute gap. I'd like to see continuation to these highs here. Check the 5-minute. Looking good. I do think we're looking good. And these highs here, like this one here, really good. Come on, why isn't it doing anything? Like, no move. Okay, 5-minute now, there is a gap. I really hate the way it's not showing any orders. Now it's open 14 of them. No. It's just took away my money. Give me more money. Right. This is better. Still there's an S&T this year, will be another trade. And should be 15 closed below, which is a red flag, but the 1 hour is still in a gap, so I was about to say bull flag, green flag. From here, 34, 35, that's 07. Break even here. This is a daily high. Whoa. SMT here. But this wasn't a losing day. This is where I should close the position, like don't want to go below these lows. This candle here. Wait. This here after the SMT and these inversions on ES. Close the position. And it's already 11. Like taking trades at 11. Now we overshoot at the next day. So I think I'm confident we could be bullish. 4-hour retracement is this exact day. 1 hour retracement right here. 15 there is really close to nothing. Don't know if it's going really good, but the problem is these lows here. even at this high here. I think this is enough now. This is enough there. Whatever, I think the next day will throw bullish. Now here is the thing. Let's see, 2024. Yo, look at this. Mondays we trade. Okay, so we ended up making 3K November. Had some reds, but also some greens. Really close to December and the session is over. Oh, and you can look here, you can see rates okay, I think. So we'll see how this goes, and yeah, we're gonna close this session here, and until next time, stay blessed.